Hey y'all, it's Modern Mountain Man here. I've got a very, very important decision to make here soon. And making this video today, see if y'all can help me out a little bit, just for any viewers, as well as I'm going to post this to a few other gun tubers and just ask their opinions. If I have video posted this as a video response to your YouTube video, just know that means I've watched your channel and I respect your opinion. So I've got a very important decision to make on a couple of firearms. I want to buy a revolver, a wheel gun, a concealed carry, and I want some opinions or advice on choice of caliber. Now I know choice of caliber is entirely a personal thing for most folks, and so just so you get to know me a little bit better, so you can help understand my perspective and what I need a gun for and various things like that. One, I'm an outdoorsman, a hunter, so this gun will be something I'll carry with me while I'm hiking and hunting. I might be out with my bird dog, chasing quail and woodcock and grouse, and I know from time to time you can upset a mama bear while you're doing that, so it's good to have backup other than some number 7 birdshot. Number 2, I'm a father and husband, so I'm looking for a gun that I can conceal carry. So not only am I looking for something I can have hot hunting loads for, but some defensive loads that I can conceal carry as well. Number 3, just to get to know me, I'm a church planter. That means I'm a pastor who's just recently started a church. And for those of you who don't know, planting a church in Southwest Virginia in a college town is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So I don't have a ton of disposable money. And so when I'm comparing all these various calibers, I know some people, your answer is going to be, well, why don't you just get one of all of them? Well, I would love to, but I just need to pick one and focus on that for a while. Another thing about me, I'm a reloader. So when I'm looking at some of these calibers, some of them you can find, off the shelf real easy. Some of them you'd have to reload. I don't mind reloading. One more thing that you need to understand, though, as it relates to my choice of handgun caliber, I also, one of the things that's going to play a major part is not just these revolvers back here, is my real scientific brainstorming method back here, but something else going to play a major part in my decision is, see these Henry Boy rifles? One of them here is the Golden Boy Youth Rifle to 22. This one, the Golden Boy Carbine. That one comes in major pistol calibers. And here's what my plan is. I've got a son, Elijah, and I'm planning a coming of age type thing of him in a few years here when he's old enough to have his first 22. I'm going to buy him the Golden Boy 22 and buy myself the matching carbine. So he and I will have matching rifles. I'll train him up on his Golden Boy 22, and then hey, when he's old enough to shoot some deer, some black bear, I'm going to let him loose with my carbine and hopefully get his first big game with that carbine. So what we're going to be looking at is the carbine calibers for that rifle in a revolver, and see what combination of that carbine caliber and handgun caliber is going to be the best for me in my situation. Once again, as a hunter, as a father who's a protector of his wife and children, and as just a cheap reloader. Well, one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat is all these handguns you're about to look at. One thing they've all got in common is they're all Rugers. I'm a little bit of Ruger fanboy, but also, like I mentioned before, I don't have Smith & Wesson kind of money. So looking at a few Rugers. The first one right here, this Ruger Redhawk in the 357 Magnum. Of course, when you got the 357 Magnum, not only can you shoot the 357 Magnum, but you can also shoot the 38 Special. This one just recently came out, this last SHOT Show, and it has the capacity of 8. So that's a definite benefit to this particular model. This fistful of Magnum. You see the overall length there, 825 with the 2.75 inch barrel. Then you scroll on down here to the 41 Magnum. This one is going to be almost the same exact specs, except for it's going to be a 41 Magnum instead of a 357. It also is about 3 ounces heavier, not a big deal. This gun, it comes in 41 Magnum. There is a 41 special, little known fact. I've only ever found one company that produces or manufactures actual ammunition in 41 special, but I know Starline makes the brass for it, so it's not a big deal to reload that. That would be a fun round just for plinking or shooting with the wife. So roll on down here. Here's the GP100. This one also just came out at the recent SHOT Show. This one is the GP100, the famous 357 caliber 357 Magnum offering that they just released in the 44 special. It's a 5-shot capacity, so a little less than 6 and a lot less than the 8 here. This one is going to be lighter than the other two, coming in at 36 ounces, so a full 11 ounces lighter than this one. However, the overall length is going to be a 1/2 inch longer. And I think looking at the grips wise, looks like it's going to be a little bit taller as well. Coming in there 44 special. And of course, with the 44 special, it's not a 44 Magnum, so you can't run the Magnums through this one. You run the 44 specials. You could run the 44 Russian through that, which would be even lighter, plinkier, a little shot there that you can, custom load those bad boys. Then you come on down here to the big boy, the Ruger Super Redhawk Alaskan. That one comes in several different calibers. The one I chose to focus on here was the 454 Casull, that you can also shoot the 45 long Colts through, as well as a few other smaller Wildcat ones that would fire through that as well. That one, the overall length, this is going to be the shortest of all of those of these 4 revolvers. It is going to be 44 ounces, so it's about the same weight as the Redhawks, still heavier than the Ruger GP100, but you're going to want that weight when you're shooting the Casulls. That one, my only real concern with this one would be the height of it. The overall length of this one is going to be the shortest of the 4. This one comes in at 7.62, where the other ones are in the 8.25 and 8.5 inch length. Now, when I say the only thing that concerns about me is the height of it. It's about as tall as it is long. However, after I did a little research on that one, I have found that people who have chosen to conceal carry this particular handgun have removed that Hogue Tamer grip and put something on a little bit more similar to this guy, so that it concealed carry. And of course, when they were concealed carrying, they were not rocking the 454 Casulls. They were running something a little more tame in the 45 long Colt or 45 Colt there, and so more of a defensive round. So those are the 4 handguns I'm really between. Of course, those 2 are the same handgun, just in separate calibers and separate capacities. Now, what I went and did, I went on a website called Ballistic by the Inch and grabbed some generalities here of what they found in these particular ones. They didn't have everything that I was looking for, and you see down there with the 454 Casull where that's asteriskized down there. I guess that's how you call it when you asterisk something. Those ones aren't from Ballistic by the Inch. I borrowed those from gunblast.com. Those were his velocities, and I put it in a ballistic calculator to figure out what the energy was there. But you're looking at these. You got the pairing of the 38 and the 357 there. And then the 41 Magnum all alone. They didn't have, obviously, they didn't have ballistics for the special because that's such an oddity. The 44 special, I went ahead and included the 44 Magnum because even though I can't shoot the 44 Magnum in that special, if I got that special, I would be getting the 44 Magnum in the Big Boy Carbine over here. So I went ahead and included that one in my chart here. And then of course down here at the bottom I've got the 45 long Colt for the Big Boy rifle, because the Big Boy rifle shoots the long Colt. It does not shoot the Casull to my knowledge. And so there the ballistics paired up. Some interesting things I see right off the bat. When you compare the 357 Magnum, the 44 Magnum, and the 41 Magnum, those are the big three, the main three of the Magnum family there. When I'm looking at the rifle ballistics right off the bat, the 41 Magnum just shines. He's getting up to the highest energy and nearly the highest speeds as well. Now, for those of you who don't know, the 41 Magnum really isn't that much smaller than the 44 Magnum. You say that's a whole three calibers different. Well, actually, the 44 Magnum, generally speaking, you're talking about something that is a .429, whereas the 41 Magnum is a true 4.1. So they're really not that much larger. However, it's just generally accepted, and what I've heard as I've researched and listened to other fellows who are familiar with both calibers, that the 41 Magnum is a quite a bit a flatter shooting cartridge, at least from what I've heard in the handgun realm. I haven't heard a whole lot in the rifle realm, because this carbine right now, whether it's the Big Boy Carbine or the Steel Boy, these are really the only two production models of the 41 Magnum at the making of this video that are actively in production. So there's not a whole lot of discussion on that one quite yet, because it has a pretty new development there. But I know, at least as far as the 41 Magnum and the 44 Magnum go in the pistol realm. So basically, just so you know where these numbers are coming from. Once again, they come from a website called Ballistics by the Inch. The rifle and the pistol, I went with 3-inch barrels with the pistol and 16-inch barrels with the rifle. And like I said, you see right there the 357, 41, 44, how they compare in the rifle. Because I probably will shoot some specials through the rifle just for fun and plinking, but for hunting purposes, I'll definitely be shooting the Magnums. Then you just come over, look over to 3 inches, and so I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you think? I'll be honest, just in terms of the way I'm leaning. I don't know if I just like being different, but the 357 and the 44 Magnum don't appeal to me nearly as much as the 41 Magnum and the 45 Long Colt and Casull combo there. Another little side note, my very first ever large frame revolver I ever bought actually was a Casull Long Colt combination. I had the super Redhawk that looked like that guy with another 5 inches hanging off this frame, and I sold him to pay for me and Mount Mama our honeymoon. So there's a part of me that's just nostalgic and wouldn't mind having the Long Colt and the Casull back. But when I'm looking, once again, rifle ballistics, comparing that to that, because that's what I'll be shooting in the rifles. The 41 is looking awfully appealing. And so I don't know, guys. You let me know what you think. You know, when you're looking at those ballistics, you look at the advantages of, like I said, the 41 and the 357. Those two are exactly the same as far as their build. This one comes with 2 more shots. This one just ballistically seems a little better. This one comes with 1 less shot, but it's a really common caliber. The special and the Magnum would be so, and the rifle. And just the Alaskan is just nasty. So it's just got a big decision to make. I would love for y'all's advice. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching this, and go take your mountain.